I've been a public school teacher for 14 years, teaching 8th grade U.S. history. This bill, I think, is a very common sense, simple bill that we need to do to help fulfill our goal as a General Assembly to make education in our state stronger and better. It basically boils down to we're spending right now close to $40 million in this state for testing. That testing budget is increasing, and we spend what my calculations and figures are saying is somewhere in the neighborhood of $50 per child in the state on this one test that they take. And this test is very important. It's high-stakes testing. Hundreds of millions of dollars is appropriated through our General Assembly to determine schools being priority schools, school report cards, teacher evaluations, but also, more importantly, it's about our children and the scores that they receive. I'm also a parent of 3 children, and my oldest child is 3rd grade this year. So he, by state law, is required to take the TCAP test this year. And I've talked to several parents about this bill and several stakeholders in the education community. And as a parent, when we have a test that our children take, we want to be able to, after a certain point of time, be able to give the feedback to those students if they miss those questions. How it stands now, if your child is basic or below proficient in math or in social studies or in science, if you're a parent that wants to know why your child scored so poorly on a state-mandated test, we have no mechanism in the state now to where that parent can get those results, to be able to look and to see and to drill down on a case-by-case basis specifically what are the skills where our child is lacking. So I think this is a very positive bill. I think it's a good bill. We've been talking to stakeholders, and we're wanting to continue to move forward on the bill. We do have a fiscal note that has been put into effect. We're looking at that in ways that we can work with the administration to lower those numbers. I put in the bill to have it where parents, upon request, we didn't want to send out 1 million copies of the test for parents who may not have any issue for the test, or the results. So everything that I put in the bill originally was to try to make it as low of a cost to our state as possible. And, we look into that. If the website does cost more money than doing it a traditional way of print, we can look in that to lower it. But I hope that the committee will look into this, and I think it's a good legislation. I appreciate the governor and the commissioner talking about testing transparency and talking about empowering our parents in all of our schools so that we give our parents the tools to help their children to succeed.
Okay, any questions on the bill? All right, Representative Byrd, you're recognized.
As a former educator for almost 34 years, every parent and every teacher that I've dealt with in the last several years, they want this bill to pass. And there's a lot of trust issues with our teachers and parents with the Department of Education. And I think this transparency would do both. So I'm definitely in favor of this bill.